Now, brothers, we already know that everything about this society is galvanized by ancient paganism, the ancient pagan gods, really going back to the people who rebelled against the Most High, the original Luciferians. And when it comes to paganism, as far as the idols, like I said, everything about this society goes back to the ancient times in which it's pretty much replicating Rome, is replicating Kemet, replicating Sumer, replicating Babylon when it comes to what you see today. And it's more than just a replication, it's just more about inspiration. Everything that's pushed is based off of the inspiration of the pagan gods because it's meant to be in veneration of their gods. They don't worship the Most High, they worship the pagan gods. Psalms 96 and 5 tell you that. But look at this. You see, like, this is just a black, white, and red Nike, Nike apparel, Nike shorts. But this is the first time where I ever seen actually them putting the understanding on it as far as like where it comes from. It says Nike International Goddess of Victory. Now we know that it's more it's more further just when it comes to the information, but they letting you know. Like they tell you this shit on the clothing now. It used to just be Nike. Now they telling you like, okay, no, this goes back to a pagan goddess. Really going back to Semiramis. That's what it really goes back to. It goes back to Semiramis. And Nike, yes, the warrior goddess of victory. That's what it is. Nike's first full-time employee had a dream hours before it filed a patent in 1971, and it saved the company from being called Dimension 6. Dimension 6 is in reference to Saturn. That's what's in reference to. It's in reference to Saturn. It being the sixth planet from the sun, it being interchangeable with the sun when it comes to the concepts relating to esotericism, Luciferianism, alchemy. And you see Phil Knight, he always wearing all black. He's a Saturnian. That's what he is. He's a Saturnian. That's why he's gonna call it Dimension Six. The number six represents Saturn. That's what it represents, as well as other alignments with esotericism and paganism and whatnot. But in most cases, the conveyance is for Saturn, the number six, as well as the sun. But it's just, it's a good thing that it didn't stick because ain't nobody gonna be walking around calling like, yo, you got those Dimension Sixes? Yo, what's good? What color? Like, nah, no. Stick with Nike. Nike is cool. Like, we live in a world where it's ubiquity when it comes with, or when it comes to paganism. So it's hard to escape it. You just got to understand that this is just the world that we live in because everything is galvanized by the ancient times of the left in regards to paganism or idols and whatnot. Going back to ancient Sumer, Greece, Rome, so on and so forth. Ancient Kemet. Nike almost had a very different name. Phil Knight founded the company as Blue Ribbon Sports, just one of many companies that originally had different names. Knights was facing a rebrand after splitting with his longtime partner, the Japanese shoemaker Onitsuka. Knight described the incident in his 2016 memoir Shoe Dog. The team had spent weeks pitching names, and Knight preferred one that he said his employees had told him was unspeakably bad. Dimension 6. Yeah, it is bad. But we already understand that Dimension 6, what he's referencing, what he was inspired by to name it Dimension 6. Especially if you understand how to correlate and put things in proper context. When you see these celebrities wear all black, it's supposed to represent Saturnian principles, Saturnian vibrations, as well as witchcraft. But it's all hand in hand. In 1971, on the morning the patent was due, Knight's co-worker Jeff Johnson submitted a final suggestion that he had said to come to him in a dream, Nike or Nike. He said it came to him in a dream. It probably was something different, but maybe it was like this. Maybe it was organic like this, where he had a quote unquote dream to change the name or give a different suggestion before it was due, you know, before the patent was due. Because as soon as it gets patented, it's like I believe there's years before you can change it. In the end, it came down to three options: Nike, Falcon, or Dimension Six. Yeah, Falcon. That's in reference to the rising god also known as Heru or Horus, the sky god. That's what the falcon is in reference to. In the end, it came down to three options: Nike, Falcon, or Dimension 6. Johnson had pointed out that seemingly all iconic brands, Clorox, Kleenex, Xerox, have short names. Knight wrote, two syllables or less, and they always have a strong sound in the name, a letter like K or X. That sticks in the mind. That all made sense, and that all described Nike or Nikkei. Maybe it'll grow on us. Knight recalled being told of the new name, and it definitely did, Nike. Now, this right here is the founder of Adidas, a German man by the name of Adolf Dassler. Adolf Adi, that's his name. His nickname was Adi, so Adidas, right? That's where you get Adidas from. Adolf Dassler. Adolf Adi Das. And he had a brother named Rudolf Dassler who founded Puma. And the reason why I wanted to go into this just a little bit briefly because, when you look at the logo for Adidas, it goes back to Egypt. You look at the pyramid on it. And it also represents the first trigram of the I Chink with the three bars. That's what it conveys. Adolf Dassler, Luciferian. These people, they're Luciferians. Dope shoes, obviously, took on a life of his own. But the origins come from paganism. Just is what it is. That's this world we live in.